G'day everybody, good to see you. How you going? Pastor Andrew and Izzy here this morning. Sorry, what's that? Really? Okay, sorry, he's just reminded me last time Izzy's getting a bit of a big head because everyone's saying we love the videos with Izzy, so apparently now I've got to say Izzy and Pastor Andrew. So, Izzy and Pastor Andrew here this morning to see you, and hope that you're all doing okay. We've actually got Monty with us as well behind us there, but he's decided a little bit early to get up yet this morning, so he's having a bit of a sleep. Anyway, Izzy and I are sitting here, as we often do every week, having a look at the Bible reading for this week. And it's a little bit confusing, so we just wanted to have a chat about it with you. It's from 1 Corinthians, and it says, our bodies don't have just one part, we know that. They have many parts, yep. Suppose a foot says, I'm not a hand, and so I'm not part of the body. Wouldn't the foot still belong to the body? Yep, okay. Or suppose an ear says, I'm not an eye, and so I'm not part of the body. Wouldn't the ear still belong to the body? If our bodies were only an eye, we couldn't hear a thing, and if they were only an ear, we couldn't smell a thing. Is that right? But God has put all parts of our body together in the way that He decided is best. Well, what do you think about that, Izzy boy? What do you think that means? Many parts, one body. We know that ears can't smell a thing. What does that mean? I wonder. Actually, you know what, Izzy? Sitting here looking out my door, I can actually see something outside that I think might help us out with this a bit. What do you reckon? Should we head out and have a look? All right, let's do that. These are what I was talking about, the beehives that we've got here, Izzy. All right, so these are Australian native bees, sometimes called tickle bees. And Izzy, there's a reason why I said that the beehive reminds me about that Bible reading that we heard just before, all right? Because there's lots of bees in here, they're all doing different jobs, but they're all working together. Let's have a closer look at a beehive so that I can explain to you what I really mean about that. So here's another one of the beehives that I've got. I've picked this one because it's a little bit older, so it's a little bit more active. But you can really see there how all the bees are working, can't you? You can see around the edge here, there's all the bees there. And like I said, these are tickle bees, so I can do this. There's all the bees around the edge there who are sort of being guards there. And then there's all these other bees. You can see them, they're flying in and out quite happily. They're all the bees that are going to get all the flowers that are in the garden and around our house to get the pollen to take back to be food. So in there we've got the bees that are gathering, we've got the bees that are like the soldier, the guard bees, but inside that we can't see, there is the queen bee. Now there's only one of her, but there only needs to be one, but she is sort of the most important, but actually all the other bees are just as important, because if these bees here weren't flying in and out to get food, then the queen bee couldn't eat. It's a bit like that Bible reading we were talking about. And then also when the queen bee lays the eggs and the babies hatch, there's other bees that are actually feeding. They're looking after the babies as well. So when the queen bee dies, another one will come. There's only ever one queen bee, but she needs all of the others. So we could say from that Bible reading, if the whole hive were only a queen bee, then who would go and get the food? If the whole hive were just people getting the food, bees getting the food, who would protect the hive? If the whole hive were just the one kind of bee, it couldn't really go, could it? And that's exactly what we've been told in this Bible reading too, that we need all those different parts to do all the different things there. So there you go, many bees, one hive. So bees in there, like some little bees coming out there. We can see the soldier bees there guarding the entrance. We see the bees going out to get the pollen. So just like with us, we're all different, aren't we? We all have different jobs. Some of us are good at singing. Some of us are good at speaking up front. Some of us are good at cleaning or helping people or teaching people or just being a friend to people. We've all got different jobs. God made us all differently, but just like we're different, God made us all differently so that we can all do different jobs for Him. So I reckon from now on, when I hear that Bible reading, many parts, one body, I'm going to think about a beehive and all the different jobs that are in there as well. What do you reckon? There you go, Izzy. How's that, hey? Many parts, one body, or many bees, one hive. Do you like that? Yeah, so just like all of those bees have different jobs in the way that God's made them, God's made us as people to have all different jobs as well, so we can all work together for Him and for other people. What do you reckon about that? Absolutely, I agree. Thank you all for being with us as well. Hope that everything's going well for you, and we really look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you. God bless.